Hello and welcome to the Inside Beauty Lab interview series. My beauty today is the wonderful and multi-talented Danielle Savre. Danielle is one of the stars of ABC's hit television show Station 19.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this with me. I know you're busy and I won't keep you too long, but I wanted to start out by asking you this. This is something I see a lot on your social media and sometimes also on mine, where your fans refer to you as Sunshine. And I have to assume that's because you always have this beautiful beaming smile. And I'm just wondering what keeps that smile on your face.
Oh, I love that. Yes, I hope it's because of the big smile on my face too. And honestly, I think I see the best in the world around me and the best in people, and I surround myself with amazing people. And I think that just makes me happy all the time.
Now, I know that you just recently directed an episode of Station 19. Has that always been a big dream of yours? And can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
I actually just finished my edit yesterday. So yesterday my edit was submitted to the producers, and then the producers take it from there and make the changes they want to make. But yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I now need to get sleep. I love it so much. And it's been a part of something I've been interested in. I've always sat at what they call Village on set and asked a million camera questions and loved to talk about story point and how the entire process was done, because as an actor, you come on set, you say your lines, and you're done. That's it. You leave.
Yeah.
And so I was always interested in how we got from A to Z. And so I was always very intrigued by that, always wanted to, but never really thought I could, never thought it was a possibility. Didn't really work with any female directors growing up in this industry until I did a sitcom actually, when I was about 15 or 16. I saw like my first, I think that was the first female director I ever worked with. And then it wasn't until this show that people started saying to me, mainly Paris Barclay, like, you want to direct, then direct. Because I would sit at Village with him and he's like, oh, do you want to direct? And I was like, I would love to. And he's like, so do it. And it's sad that it just took someone giving me permission to finally actually start taking the steps to get to where I am today. But that's what it was. I mean, there wasn't a ton of representation around of female directors that I personally worked with, but working on a Shondaland show on ABC, I worked with tons of female directors now.
If you want it, I'm sure you have a very long, amazing acting career ahead of you, but do you think there would be a time? Yeah, I know. Do you think there would be a time where you maybe want to just focus on directing?
I think I'd always want to do both. I think if anything, I got asked once, like, do you want to do it all? And I was like, yes, I do. I want to do it all. I mean, I'm segueing into directing. I've directed my first episode. It went amazing. It gave me this confidence to be like, okay, I can do acting and directing. I can do both of these. And now I'm like, and I've been always dabbling in producing. And so why not do it all? And if I can continue to do it all forever, that'd be great. I mean, the industry at a point, it's changing, but at a point, women tend to age out of roles and it just gets harder and harder. It's obviously changed a lot, and I hope it continues to change, but that seems to be the one that's out of my control, is what acting jobs I can get at some point. So it's nice to be able to have directing and producing as something that I can do as well, but I want to do it all.
Yeah. And if anyone has the energy to do it all, it's you. And one question I wanted to ask you is what your earliest memory of discovering makeup was.
So I don't know if you remember this too, but do you remember in the malls, they'd sell the super glittery makeup like in stacks?
Yes. Oh my God, I love those.
So when I was a kid, I was working. I started when I was 7, and I remember walking around the mall and I really wanted this. And my parents were pretty strict, like, okay, you can have this, you can't have this. And I would try to be really smart about my purchases. And we went to the mall and I saw like the little tubes, they twist into each other. And I looked at them every time I was there. And I just remember one time I finally was like, I want to spend some money and get these makeup, these glitter. And they were like the craziest glittery, like blues and greens and crazy colors. And I loved them. And very glittery, very bright colors. And those were my first memories. And
have a caboodle? Was that a thing? Or
caboodle?
Maybe you're too young, I guess.
Yes, I had one of those.
Yeah, caboodle.
I had the little, yes. Almost like, it's going to sound weird to say this, almost like a fishing tackle box
Yes.
for makeup.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, next question I wanted to ask you is, where do you feel most confident in your beauty routine?
My eyelashes. That's like the only thing I am good at.
You're also really good with your skincare, I must say.
Oh, but like skincare prior, you're saying before makeup and stuff, right?
Yeah, just any beauty routine, but yeah.
Never go to sleep with makeup on my face. I don't actually recall ever doing that. So I've always been good at, washing, toning, moisturizing. Yes, that is something that I'm very good at. But from a makeup standpoint, I'm only good at my eyelashes. That's it.
You don't need a lot of makeup, so you're very lucky in that way.
Well, thank you for saying that. I don't know if that's true. But.
Okay, and then so where do you feel least confident in your beauty routine then?
I feel the least confident, well, in everything, honestly, but in eyeshadow, like I've got one eyeshadow look and that's it.
Was there a time when you felt like you were using makeup to hide rather than to enhance?
When I was about, I would say 19, 20, 21, like those years, I went through very much of a transformative phase in my life. Wasn't really happy. I gained some weight. And I just felt like when I put makeup on during that time, I was really putting a lot on to what I thought was cover, how I felt basically at the time. Everything was heavy. And it actually made me look worse when I look back at pictures because I was trying so hard to cover up just how I was feeling and it wasn't working. It would have just been better to just, so I do remember that very well. And I look back at pictures and it's a reminder.
What's the biggest difference you've seen with your beauty or your makeup routine as you're now in your 30s?
I've embraced my natural beauty more. I've embraced the things I do have. I've learned how to put makeup on my face and like what works and doesn't work. I know that to just feel, if I'm like, okay, I just want a little feel like something's on my face, a little mascara and a little eyebrow fill in, and I'm good. I've learned that less is more, and just those simple little things are all I need to do. And really going back to what you said earlier about like my facial routine is like really having that be what's important and less about what I put on my face to go out into the world and more about what I do with my face on a daily basis in the morning and at night. It just makes the makeup look better when I do put it on, and it means I have to put on less.
What would you say is the most lavish item you have in your makeup bag?
In my makeup bag or in my facial routine in general? Like, is this
either one?
I would say the face products I use on my face, like serums and lotions, are way more expensive than the makeup I have.
Yeah.
Because like I would say like my Sicily primer is pretty expensive, but I don't use it all the time. So it's something I can use sparingly.
Anything like drugstore that you always repurchase?
Yes. The Maybelline waterproof mascara. I think it's called, I literally have it, Colossus. This one right here.
Let's see
this
it.
mascara is the best waterproof mascara.
Oh yeah.
I love it. It lasts forever too, which is crazy. And it works.
Describe your beauty style in 5 words.
Ooh, this is hard. Actually, this is really hard. Simple.
Yeah.
I was like simple, subtle, sexy. I was like, they're all S's.
I like that. I love that. I would say classic.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say simple, subtle, sexy, classic, and dewy is what comes to mind.
I love that.
You're very good at making, even though I have makeup on my face, I look fresh faced.
Let's do some rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
So I think I already know the answer to this, but mascara or lipstick?
Mascara.
Calling or texting?
Calling. I wish I did it more, but calling.
One thing I want to be known for is
my integrity.
If I had more hours in the day, I would
get more done.
The discontinued beauty item I still mourn
was a MAC lip gloss. There was one thing I loved, and it was a lip gloss. Couldn't tell you what the name was, but it had, this is going to sound so weird, like it tasted good.
What was the last thing you Googled?
I'm planning my summer vacations, so I Googled, how much time do you need in the Seychelles? Well, this has been a blast.
It really has. Thank you to Danielle. Make sure to watch her Thursday nights on Station 19 and have a beautiful day.